Hey everybody, I'm Derek. Welcome back to my shop. Today I've got a scrap metal welding project. I need to get rid of some scrap metal out of my shop that's taking up a bunch of space and make a D-ring. Well, I'm not exactly sure what to call it, but this is going to slide into my hitch, put a pin through it on my truck, and it'll have a D-ring hanging off of it for pulling and towing things with a D-ring from the hitch. So I'm able to build this project 100% for free. Yes, it is scrap metal, but I even got all the material for free to begin with. I pulled this bar stock off of another piece of metal that I was given, cut it out to usable pieces, and then the D-rings I took off of. I've got 3 others sitting in a hardware box where I keep my parts and stuff. But there's 4 of them that I pulled off of a pallet from work that was just going to be thrown away. For a piece of that was holding down a piece of equipment to the pallet that came in, and I took them home. And then the square tubing itself came with my R255 SMS miter saw from Evolution to show off some of the cutting capabilities of that saw. And so all of this material was free. The only thing that this is costing me is just the consumables like the welding wire, grinding wheels, and the wire wheels and the cutoff discs and just things like that. So totally free project to do, relatively speaking. So here I'm just putting a little bevel on the edges of the square tubing so that I could fill in and get a really good penetration on all the way around the square tubing to the cap that the D-ring is going to be welded to. I thought I'd use the Century FC-90 for this job. I wanted to throw a bone out to the guys that also have the FC-90 that enjoy watching these videos of things that I create with it. A lot of them came from my review that I did a long time ago on the Century FC-90. It's still a good welder. I still really like using it, but I often am just using the MIG function with my Forney that I picked up. And so I thought this would be a good opportunity to use the Century again because flux core welding, the process itself is very hot, and I'm welding on like 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch thick. I think the square tubing is 3/8 inch thick, and I think the flat bar is a 1/4 inch thick, so pretty thick metal. And I cranked it all the way up. I'm running it on a 15 amp breaker at max wire feed speed and max power, 10 and 10 on both, to try to get the best penetration I can. And it's really fun to weld this thing at that heat. I don't normally get to weld at very high heats, and it's really a pretty violent process when you get up there welding that thick of material. So anyway, I thought this would be a great opportunity to use this welder, and I thought the guys that follow me that use the Century FC-90 welder would appreciate that. So they got a little better as they went. If this thing will focus. This is my first weld, pretty daggum awful. This is my second weld, getting better. Third weld, not so bad. And fourth weld, not too bad either. So this is my first weld. Got an inconsistent travel speed. I realized I was going a little bit too fast and slowed it down, and that's kind of apparent. Here on the second side, really overall a pretty decent weld. Definitely not perfect by any means. I definitely struggle to get really beautiful, perfectly good looking welds, but I think it'll be good enough. I think it'll be good enough. If this weld is good enough right here, I think my welds are good enough on this. Alright, so I finished this up last night. Well, technically this morning, because I put a couple coats of black spray paint on it just to keep the rust off. And then a couple coats of clear coat. So it's pretty much all done. So it works just fine. I can tow vehicles or, you know, four-wheelers or whatever the heck I need to with it. And not that I did this on purpose, but it also doubles as a step because it doesn't adjust one way. So anyway, that's it. Easy scrap metal project, getting it out of my shop. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you on the next video.